Had to unmute myself. The little things that I forget sometime. What can I say? Just, my mind is elsewhere. Now, where that might be, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't where it should be. That's all I have. Hey, Joe, thank you so much for being here, sweetheart. Good to see you. It's always good to see you. And Sherry, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. You're in Central Ohio. I've never known where you are, so I'm glad to know that. And hello there, Magical Nev. How are you doing? I hope you're doing very, very well. I did earlier catch the amigos, on the thing, and Mr. Man, when he showed up later after it ended, I just listened to it on like triple speed or something. And I'm like, oh, so there is basically nothing to report other than it's coming. That's pretty much all I got from it, but there we go. That was that. So today, what we're going to do now, the very, very first video I did about the robots, and Joe, you probably remember this. So if I'm remembering incorrectly, I know you're going to, put me on the straight and narrow, is I do think that I covered the course that they have that you pay $149. Now, the last stream I did, I did try to push things back at least. Yeah, I did notice that because, of course, he's going to push things back. Because do you think anything's going to come out when he says? When has it ever? It hasn't. I mean, oof. Oh my gosh. So Michigan. Okay, so yeah, this is what I did. Okay, right. That's what I thought, is that I covered their course. That was the first thing. And one of the things I always find so comical is, and I've even seen it in articles where I mentioned about my coverage on them, where people say that I was a member of the Dream Team. I've never been part of the Dream Team. I've never bought anything by the Dream Team. I've just kind of covered what they do because I found it to be cringy. And how did I find this? I think there was just some of us were talking and somebody told me about it, told me about like ads or something. I'm not really sure. It wasn't a direct thing. It was like, somebody kind of like pointed me in the direction or something. I mean, I've slept since then. It's been a long time. I mean, that was 2019, so it's been a while, but I did do several videos on them. And my very first one, oh gosh, they got so upset. And, being public figures, very upset that some of their team members, put in a privacy claim who was a public figure. And I always find that so comical that you're a public figure, but you're going to claim privacy. How does that work? Because as a public figure, aren't you out there and you're putting yourself out there, your face, your voice, your stuff, your thing, whatever you're promoting? But then when somebody's like calling you out, I was like, oh, nope. Privacy. Nope. Don't want to show my face. But meanwhile, you have been. I mean, that literally to me makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So I just find that comical, I just really do. And I do have a little bit of cherry Coke with me. And I do have my big, I don't know if it's what to call it. Is it a thermos? It's kind of a, how people have that craze about the Stanley Cups or whatever. It's one of those things, but it's a no-name brand. It was $15 on Amazon, and it keeps drinks cold. I have one of those too, with water in it. So what we're going to do is go back through the course, and it's going to basically be a refresher. And what I have done is I don't show any of the text that they have on screen. And any of the images that they have, I've replaced them like with other things and stuff because, They're so sensitive about everything. So that way they can't, make any different claims. I will read to you various texts and stuff that they have. You have several no-name Stanley cups from Amazon too, Sherry. Well, good, because you know what I'm talking about. It's like, why do you need to spend 50, 60 bucks on one of these things when something for like 15 bucks does you just fine? I think that's just absolutely silly. So silly. Which, let me tell you something about a shopping experience I've had lately. There are some pants that I want to get that are plaid, kind of punkish looking, that I've been eyeing them like at several places. And I haven't found a pair that like works for me. One pair, it was like, like low risers. And I'm like, okay, my butt's going to be hanging out of this if I bend over. And, I'm not for that. And then I got these other ones and they were sizes in UK and I didn't know what size to get. And I swear it's like 2 other people could have jumped in there with me. So that didn't work. So then I found a different online store called Band Alternative. And I ordered something on September 4th and I've never heard from them. I have sent like 2, 3, emails, says you only have like a form to be able to contact them. Not a peep. Finally contacted my credit card company. I'm like, yo, I've never heard from them, never have received anything. And it's really annoying because there was also this really cute little skirt with kittens on it, a little kitty skirt that I really liked. But, I'm not going to be buying anything from them because I think that is absolutely ridiculous. Like last night, there's this other place I got some that's also in the UK because I tend to like stuff that's from the UK. And I found something, it's already shipped. They've had something since the 4th, the 5th, and can't bother shipping anything. What the hell is up with that? I think that is like absolutely horrible service. So if you ever see anything from Band Alternative, say no to it. Don't order from them because it's like the worst experience for online shopping ever. Just saying, just in case anybody is looking for that. So I went back to Rocks because that's where I had, gotten those other 2, which didn't work out. And now I have a size that I think is going to work for me. And so I'm going to give this a go because Hell Bunny had some and I can't find them in Hell Bunny. And I love Hell Bunny clothes so very much. But I digress from the topic, but I'm just letting you guys know, like, okay, I shop at a lot of stuff from Hell Bunny. Love, love, love Hell Bunny. If you've never shopped at Hell Bunny, it may not be your style or anything, but I love those clothes so very much. And Rocks carries some of the Hell Bunny stuff, and they sometimes will have the Hell Bunny things for less than what you can get them for at Hell Bunny. So it's like, you know what? Let me check it out over here. Can I get a better price? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Kind of comparative shopping. Anyway, Stanley is great for a thermos, but I wouldn't pay for the cup. Do you have a Stanley thermos, Joe? Because, so are those Stanley thermoses, are those like the traditional ones that you would see like, say, construction workers have like way back in the day? And they were kind of almost like that army green color and stuff. That I'm thinking of stuff that I'm guessing that probably like I saw in my uncle's house and stuff that would be like sitting on the counter. Anyway, so we are going to be looking at the $149 course that from the free seminar that, I reacted to one of them, but there's so many more that, we can look at together. And it's going to, again, be very much like the friends and family thing that On Passive did. Because it's the same message, just with, another group of people. Your uncle's name was Stanley? Oh, wow. Very traditional. Okay, so so it's probably what I'm kind of thinking of in my head. And so we're just going to take a look-see at this. And I'll let you know. Well, I think I put it on the slides of what has changed, like if something has been updated. And I'll be reading to you whatever text that they had on the screen. And, we'll be discussing that too. So without further ado, well, let me move this over. Chalupa is curled up next to me. Missy Moo is down by my feet. she's under the sheets, so she's not, but the fuzzy blanket is on top of all that, because the little girl loves the fuzzy blanket. That's the one you have, the big green one. Oh, wow. Wow, Joe. So, hey, I remembered correctly at least. Wow, I can't believe it. Because sometimes, what can I say? You know what? The memory is not all there. Oh, goodness. Okay, I believe this is the one. This is the one. Let me move myself like that. And slides. And that, okay, let me see if I take myself off. Which that's not working. I tested this earlier. Oh, add to stage. That's what I needed to do. Geez, I have issues. I'm going, why isn't this going? Well, maybe if I need to press the actual right thing. So this is the Dream Team's, AKA Darren and Mike's $149 system. Because, I guess they don't call it training, or maybe they call it training and they don't call it course. I don't know. But whatever it is, because in my head, when they're selling this, I'm thinking training. I'm thinking a course. And when I think of those things, I think of instructional objectives, which need to be measurable, which they have nothing like that in here. And to me, it's just a great big, huge old information dump, which is not really teaching anything, according to me. And if you don't know, I am a professional instructional designer, and that's the stuff that I do is design and develop training. And currently I do manage a knowledge base. A knowledge base is one of those things that if you have a whole lot of documentation, like maybe job aids at work or something, and you look them up internally, there's somebody who manages all that stuff. That would be stuff that I do. Okay, so here we go. This is from the very first one I did, so that you could see what the sales funnel looked like. And it's just telling you what you're going to get access to. Like this is going to be so super fabulous for the $149. If you decide that you're going to yes, I want this, here, take my money. You get all the sales tools, all the marketing training. And and let me tell you, it's not all that in a bag of chips, as you're going to see, but spoiler alert, it's not. And all the products that you'll need to get up and running with a successful online business. But what they don't tell you is, you might be thinking, oh, I can have any business that I want to. I love to knit, so I can have these little animals that I knit and I can sell those. Nay, nay. Their whole goal is for you to join Enagic. So it's really a funnel to get you to do that and nothing else. It's not for you to be able to do your thing. It's to do the thing they want you to do. And then there's bonus number 1 is access to our little mastermind group. Bonus number 2, your own custom tailored sales funnel solution. Woo! So you get just more of the same of whatever it is that you've seen through all of this. Bonus 3, a personal mentor to help you grow your business. Well, and that mentor is going to be somebody else who's also an Enagic Hun, that has been a Hun for longer than you, that thinks that they know a whole lot of things and are going to be able to help you and coach you into, doing something. And it's going to be someone that, they're further ahead than you. Does that mean that they're going to actually be able to help you? Probably not, because they're not an actual coach. For instance, I have a coach where I work by somebody who's very high up in the company that, we meet bi-weekly over stuff. And, and he's fantastic. And I get something like a kind of a little mini assignment. Hey, do this. Next time we meet, we'll do blah, blah, blah. And we just roll with it. And that's what goes on. This is not like that. It's probably going to be like, well, okay, your ad's not working. Well, let's look at your language. Let's look at the colors. Maybe you need to change the title of it, change the copy. Maybe you need to change the image. It's going to be crap like that. It's like, really, it's like, I just hope my mentor lives close and is cute. Mine does not live close, but he is cute. He is cute. He's a good looking guy. And then this was the second half. Now, again, this is from a while back, but I'm presuming that whatever is in existence now is going to look very similar to this. And there is something over here. Hey there, Violet. How are you doing, my love? With this whole what people are saying. It's this whole idea that if there's testimonials, like these testimonials have some teeth, like they have some kind of weight in them or something. It's just people who have joined this thing too that think they're like, oh, look, I am going to be a butt sniffer and I'm going to be a helping Hallie and I'm going to say, yeah, I'll volunteer for that. That's all that is. Ketchup crew, whoop, whoop, for the ketchup crew. And then, you buy it. You actually pay the $149. So, Darren and Mike are making bank from people doing this. And then the next part that I have for you guys, that I've covered people's faces because, as public figures, it's just horrific for public figures to actually have anybody see their faces. I mean, I guess you guys have noticed when anybody is a celebrity and they're being interviewed or anything, nobody ever likes to show their face. Have you guys noticed that? Or when you go see a movie, nobody is showing their face because they're a public figure and they just don't want their faces shown. I've noticed that, definitely. That's just totally a real thing. And here I am not showing my face, not because I don't want to show my face, because, I can. I'll just flash myself on here. But, I'm like sitting here with my heating pad on and, that's attractive. And I just took my hair down and everything. And I'm just like uncomfortable because I'm in pain because I have cervical dystonia. And so, that's why I'm not here showing my face all the time. And there's plenty of faceless YouTube channels. So people love to come for me to say, like, I can't see your face. Well, to you. Anywho, so these people, which I did cover their faces, they're giving their little testimonials about how fabulous things are. So now the next thing is, oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you, sweetheart. I did dress very cute today. I will tell you that. I dress for myself. I sent a picture of, I said outfit of the day to a friend. And he's like, I'm in my boxers and a t-shirt. That's pretty much what I wear all day. I was like, aren't you overdressed? And I'm like, well, I dress for myself, I guess, and the dogs, I guess that's what I'm doing. All right. So here we get live online workshop reveals how I escaped the rat race and started generating revenue online. Now, I mean, I already love, and when I say love, I'm being absolutely sarcastic, is this whole reference of the rat race, and how they escaped it. Because it's another one of those it's putting down anyone who has a job, who's working for a living, who is either getting paid hourly or getting paid a salary, and basically saying you're a loser if you do that. And that just, I think, is so rude and so nasty. But you know what? That's what MLMs love to do. Exactly. I do have to walk my dogs, and so I might as well look cute. And I did go and pick up groceries today, so I might as well look cute. But I did have on, and I'm wearing them right now, and I'll show you guys, my salon paws. So you guys see that I'm wearing these because, I'm hurting. Can you guys see the salon paws? Which again is like, this is ever so sexy and attractive to, see me with salon paws on all the live long. It's a great look. I highly recommend it. It's very fashionable. Anyway, so life doesn't have to be a grind, again, with the put down of working for a living. Because you know what? If you join their poop, you're not going to do anything. You don't have to do anything at all. There's no work at all to any of that. It's just, you just sit back and you just, count the dollars. That's all it is. Bullshit. I went from struggling daily to living the life of my dreams. You can do the same when you click the button below and register for our online workshop. Now, you guys have attended this alleged workshop. Would you consider it a workshop? Did you learn anything valuable that you like walked away and was like, yeah, I can put this into action. This was great. Or did you kind of feel like, you know what? That's all I was doing was being like, it was just a pitch. That's all it was a pitch. It reminds me to get your icy hot. I use BioFreeze. I love me some BioFreeze. I did get something else from the HEB. It's in the other room because I got like a little thing of it because I have a big old thing of the BioFreeze. I'll look what it's called, Joe, and next time I stream, I'll let you know what it is because I'm like, well, let me try this little one too. Because, you know, like the big old bottle that I have is, you know, maybe I need the little one over on my desk. I don't know. Anyway, I'm digressing. Right, it was a lousy sales pitch. Thank you so much, Joe, for that. Stop stressing about your bills. Well, who says everybody is stressing? I mean, I'm sure there are people stressing, but not everybody is. And I think that's just making an assumption. And I think that's shitty. Travel and live on your terms. Well, not everybody necessarily wants to travel. Am I wrong? I mean, or doesn't want to travel all the time. Maybe you want to travel a little bit, and maybe you have destinations you want to go because there's family there and friends there, and that's where you want to go. And other than that, you're like, hey, I'm good. Discover how to walk away from the 9-to-5 grind and join a different grind, because that's what's going to happen when you join the dream team and their MLM or anything. This is a whole different grind. You don't walk away from any grind. You just get involved with a different one. And so that irritates me to just see that. That's it's going to be no grinding at all, which is bullshit. All right. So here's another one. All right. So it says, I got to change it over here. I'm looking on my second monitor, so I have to keep on going back and forth. The rat race, all it says is the rat race and started earning a full-time income online. Life doesn't have to be a grind. We went from struggling daily to living the life of our dreams. And it's the same text as what was on the other one. But this time we have Darren and Mike, which, you know, I covered their faces because as public figures, they don't like to have their faces shown. 9 to 5 a.m. or p.m. I really think it's just around the clock, 24/7, 365. Now, not for these two, because they have a huge ass team, so they don't have to do anything. They just have to continue to, you know, like suck money from people's pockets for their own benefit. You know, that's what they're doing, in my opinion. But did you like I put the little girl up here, you know, the little ha-ha? I thought that was cute. And then there's another one, which again is referring to an online workshop, which is not a workshop. A workshop, you would actually be doing something. Maybe you would be going into breakout rooms and you would be discussing something or, you know, solving a problem, then coming back and presenting stuff. There's nothing like that. This is all just, you know, bullshit. And it's more of the same exact text. And again, I covered their faces since they're public figures and don't like to have their faces shown as public figures. Isn't that interesting how they don't want to be shown as public figures? It's just so interesting. And then there's another one. Live online workshop reveals how we make revenue online and help others do the same. But are you really helping others do the same? Are they really making all that much money? Considering that these people are having to pay for ads, and you don't have to anymore, Darren and Mike. I mean, we know that. But these other people are having to pay for ads. How much are they paying for ads? Is there a range, or are they just being forced to pay like what we learned in the course? Was it the course? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was the pitch that we looked at. And it was like $500 was like the going rate, which was what was recommended. So is that what you recommend, is for everybody who joins to also every, I don't know, every week or every month? I mean, like, you're going to be paying at least $500, if not more. How many people can actually afford that? And for how long are you supposed to be doing that? Which, if I remember correctly, somebody said like 5 to 6 months. That's a long time, you know? And people, I guess, probably are going into debt to do that, is my guess. And I'm wondering, of those people who do that, how many people are coming out ahead? How many people who are paying this $149 to go through this amazing course and then learn they need to, have ads on social media, be it whatever platform they're using? How many of them are paying $1, $2, $3, $4, $500? I'm just going to say a month. And for how long are they going to do that they have that? Are they going to just put it on a credit card and keep doing that month after month after month, and then, accrue the interest on top of that? And maybe 1 or 2 people might buy something, because I know that's why people they're scrambling to become that coach, because then, you can make pitches to the people who take the coaching call. Joe says, well, if Marty and Chris and Ash don't cry over their faces shown, then Mike and Darwood shouldn't. Right? They shouldn't. No, they shouldn't. But, I am being considerate. They don't want to have their faces shown. So, I'll just not show their faces, right? I'll just, put emojis over them. Did you see the other one? Here's the one. And here's the last one. Cover them right on up, since they're so sensitive and, don't want their faces shown whatsoever. But, they have a website with their faces all over it and stuff. And their Instagram, their faces are all over that. But for some reason, when somebody is covering them and is critical of them, all of a sudden, don't want our faces shown. Bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. I'm sure you guys, what is your opinion? Is that bullshit? I think it's bullshit. Okay, so here we are to register for the training. And this is one of the, I guess, one of the templates that they offer, which I don't know if they've updated their templates or not. Doesn't really matter to me whether or not they have, because they're still going to be basically similar messaging. We're helping thousands of hardworking people to switch it up and become online entrepreneurs. No, you're not becoming an online entrepreneur. That's such a misnomer. What you're becoming is another Hun online pitching the same thing as thousands of other people with no previous experience. So you're going to be an entrepreneur, but to be this entrepreneur, you need no experience to bring to the table. Nothing. Just show up and boom, you're an entrepreneur. Marketing training. How to use social media to get high quality customers. Sales systems. How to find and use automated systems to close the sale for you. It doesn't close it for you. And they're talking about the coaches, like that, or at 5A, that they're going to close the sale for you. How many sales do they actually close? How many calls do they take of people who are like, okay, I'm taking this coaching call? I wonder how many each of them get. How many coaches are there at any given time? And how many calls do they take on average per day? I don't think we ever learned anything about that. And you should. I think, that should be out there. Because if people who are joining are trying to become coaches, shouldn't that kind of be out there and within the course that they sell and everything, shouldn't they learn how to do that? I would think so, but we're not going to tell you that. Maybe they have that hidden somewhere under a rock. And then product research, how to find products that convert into high revenue. Well, by product research, you mean the products offered by Enagic. And then if that's not enough, you can join send out cards and, it's the products that is offered there. And then I think there's also an opportunity to offer, affiliate opportunities to the, what is it called? The Power Shift Academy, some kind of shift academy. I mean, we'll come to it. So that's like, click to save your seat. Woo! Save my seat. Oh my gosh. We do not spam, rent, or sell your information. Results are not guaranteed. Refer to the detailed disclaimer at the bottom of this page. But here's the thing. If they're hearing testimonials, which they do hear testimonials, because pretty much that free training and everything, that's all you get, or all these testimonials about how fab everything is, which is a bunch of bullshit anyway. And then within this, there's going to be like other testimonials and stuff, which is going to, again, be, more bullshit in my opinion. And then here's another one. It's like the same thing, just a different person. So I'm not going to read all of that to you, but just wanted to, show you. Here's another one. All right. So here is the first part of it. So you decided, yep, I'm spending $149 because I can't wait to learn how to have an online business from Darren and Mike. So this over here that I have, that's in all the red that I, captured over here, that's basically kind of like the way I look at it as being your instructional modules. Again, they don't have any instructional objectives or anything like that. So that is really kind of annoying to me. You enjoy the picky faces. I am so glad. I am so glad that you do. There is also a video right here of Mike welcoming people. And just basically just, kind of going, this is going to be so amazeballs. Okay, let me see. I've got to open up a different presentation than the one I have right here because I have one that has all my notes. Hang on just a second. Oh, look, I just closed that one. And I think the one with my notes was behind it. Yay me. Is this it? Let me see. Let me pull this sucker up. Good night. I don't have my mouse and this is being, okay, yeah. All right. That's what I said. Mike provides a welcome video, which has not changed since 2019. That's what I wanted to say here. So it's like, yep, nothing like just, rolling with the same thing and not updating it. Okay, so then next, there is this text, which is 3 paragraphs. And over here where there's like these little speech bubbles, that's a quote that they have, a quote from Benjamin Franklin that says, tell me and I'll forget, teach me and I'll remember, involve me and I'll learn. And it is falsely attributed to Benjamin Franklin. It was actually from a Chinese Confucian philosopher, and I'm probably not going to say this correctly. I'll put it in chat, and if somebody knows how to pronounce this, that would be fantastic. Zhong Kang, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say it. But by this Chinese philosopher is who is said to have said that, not Benjamin Franklin. But that is something that you see all the time that is misstated. I typically have seen this just as referenced as Confucius. And it's often used in the world of instruction. I've seen it at a lot of like teacher workshops. I've even seen it like in instructional design training things that I've gone to, because it's really basically you need to be involved for you to learn, rather than have a sage on stage with the learner in the cage, meaning you just have somebody up there as a talking head, going to just tell you everything. and you as the student are just sitting there passively and you're not involved. Hey, Darren, how are you doing, my love? I hope you're doing very, very well. Oh, you're coming over from Queens. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you for joining. And I did watch the three. I mean, I guess no, it's not the 3-6. It was the 3. What the hell they call it? Anyway, I did see it, and I sped through Ash because I just couldn't. Listening to him at the normal speed, that's just painful. So whenever I can speed his ass up, I do. So this is what the 3 paragraphs of text say that I'm not showing on the screen because I am being respectful and not showing it because I know they'd get all kinds of upset about that. We are a team of independent business owners. No, you're not independent business owners. You're independent contractors at best. And even though we each are our own boss, gosh, that's janky. We respect each other and help each other to mutually succeed. Do you? Do you really? You take each other's hand and you help each other out. Aren't you competing with each other? Because you're all like shilling the exact same thing. It's not like you have different things. Oh, granted, up here, because as you can see, there's a Enagic send out cards, Positive Shift Academy. That's the one I couldn't remember. That is an affiliate opportunity. So 2 MLMs and this affiliate thing with Positive Shift Academy, which we'll be looking at that at some point in the future. I think that will be interesting to look at that. At this stage, you should have submitted your Enagic paperwork back to your coach so that you can get your distributorship processed. So they're expecting right away that you come in here and you're going to join Enagic, which is a little bit different, I believe, than what it was when I initially looked at it. While that is happening, you can begin on setting up your Facebook business page and Google account. You now have your heating pad downstairs and you're watching. Okay, I'm glad you have a heating pad because Joe, I live for my heating pad. These are simple but critical steps, so please take care as you get your business page set up. As soon as we get your distributor number from the supplier, Enagic, we will unlock your access to the rest of this site to carry on with the rest of your business building. Because we got it all for you right here, being part of the Dream Team. We're so generous. That's okay, my add-on to that. But I guess you guys figured that out, right? And my sarcasm, my snark. Okay, so then there is the training site overview, which has some text there and some Enagic information with some more text, which I will read to you what that says. After I took a sippy poo. Very important to take a sippy poo. All right. Now that you're in the community, meaning the Dream Team, and you're learning about our proven business system, this course, which, has been around for a very long time, which may kind of work for some people. At least they think that it's working for them, and probably a whole lot of people, not so much, because they never are really able to really get off the ground because let's face it, how many people want to buy what Enagic has? Oh, but maybe send out cards. Maybe we can do that. Maybe that. Hey there, Queen. How are you doing, my love? It might be tempting to unsubscribe from the emails. Please do not unsubscribe because when you start your business with us, the same system will send you critical business information. The unsubscribe action will have blocked you from receiving all email communication from us. Horror of horrors. Hey, Kevin, how are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. And hey, Jelly Snack, how are you doing? Exactly, a replicated site. Oh my gosh. This is their training, Jelly Snack. We're going through the BroBots training, and they do give you replicated sites. It's quite exciting to get that. Instead of unsubscribing, simply delete the emails as they come in, or better yet, continue reading them so that you are aware of the full email campaign content that your future business leads will also receive. Woo! So basically they're saying, just keep our bullshit, stick it over in a folder so you can look at it, because this is the same bullshit that, anybody who happens to actually click on your shit is going to get to. Using phone or tablet? If viewing this site from a mobile device, you will need to click on a tab and scroll down to view everything. No, actually, you're going to need to tap, not click. That bothers me. So you don't even have the right language. It's tap. Google Translate. You can use Google Translate to change the language on your training site. See the using Google Translate tab for instructions on how to set this up. Woo! Why do I keep going woo? I don't know. But I just feel the need to. All right. So as you can see, we're right here on this part of the training. Access the training in multiple languages. And it's right up here across the top. And I did put a big old little flashy sign here saying new. Add language translator to video closed caption scripts. Isn't that exciting? And so there's a video about that. And there's text underneath this video that says, update June 2023, Ejoy is no longer offering a free video translation service. However, with their Pro package, the service is available for as little as $2.99 a month. Visit their website for current pricing and other details. Now, I'm going to pop this into chat, what the website address is for you guys, and I'm going to look at it myself too. So if you guys want to see what this looks like, and let me pop it over here for me to look at. Oh, snap! Guess what? Something went wrong. There's like 404. Something has gone wrong. This page could not be found. Try to log in and install the extension to solve it. Get Ejoy. It's like, then I click something. Okay. After I click this button, I'll share this with you. Would you guys like to see this? Probably so. Share screen. All right. Can I move that over here? All right. And let me move myself off of that. So that's, really great that you have something and immediately you get the 404. Why not just put this URL there instead of something where there's going to be an error? I mean, Mike, Darren, you may want to actually update that link for people. That might be a good thing to do. I mean, if you actually care. So this is your ultimate knowledge and English learning tool. Okay. Sync vocab and learning progress. Learn on all devices. Translate videos. Look it up. Save and review knowledge. Integrate everywhere. Okay, let's look at the pricing. Is it going to go anywhere? I clicked it. I guess I have to go to each one of these. Geez, that's annoying. Okay, so it doesn't even tell me here. I literally have to buy it to find out the price. Well, that's annoying. So let's do that. Oh, look, bud, you can buy now to secure the price and 50% off. Woo! There I am again with another woo. Oh my gosh. I can't help it with the woos. So you can buy it for basically like 10 bucks. And then down here, 6 months, 17 bucks. 12 months, 30 bucks. But if you get the 15% off, it's only 15 bucks. Okay. All right, I'm not going to look at all of that stuff because I just don't want to. Let me see. Let me go back to the pricing because now, so that is for understanding English content. And what is this? Master vocabulary with this. Okay, I'm going to go back to buy now. I'm guessing it's Pro Dictionary, so it looks like, okay, which flag is that? So you can do, well, I don't know which flag that is. This is the English flag, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Because I don't remember. I mean, you remember how like Ash has flags like on everything? I don't know all the flags around the world. Sorry, I just don't. There's very few that I know. But you know what? If you're from that country, you know it. Oh, that other one was Vietnamese. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much. The other, and it is British. Okay. So at least I got the British one correct. All right. So the buy now, 3 months. Did I go down this already? 3 months for $9, 6 months, basically, a little bit over 40. Best value is one for 60. We're not going to look at we're not going to look at all this stuff, but then the pro, so this is when you get everything, which whatever those are. So let me look at this. Learn English with a step-by-step course and real-life videos. Learn with any YouTube videos of your choice. Read news, look up and save words in AI dictionary. Study less, remember forever with spaced repetition. Okay. Turn your favorite YouTube videos into Ejoy lessons. Watch videos with dual subtitles and IPA. What is IPA? Because when you first use an acronym, you should like tell people what that is. I don't know what that means. Translate, look up and save subtitle. Sentence. Okay. Well, okay. So really, so I am now supposed to like be confident because I'm guessing this should be subtitle and this is supposed to be sentence. And yet it is not, spelled correctly. International Phonetic Alphabet. Which part, Darren, is international? Oh, the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And see, wouldn't it be good if they put that here? Because not everybody is going to know what that is. But you're supposed to, again, have faith in this with these errors here. That to me, as soon as I see that on the website of something that I'm looking at a tool that I'm supposed to use, but they don't spell anything correctly, or at least there's, grammatical errors here. That to me is a huge red flag of like, okay, well, you don't have anybody checking anything. It just seems lazy. But you want to take my money. You know what I mean? And Sherry says it's a red flag too. Sherry says, red flag. Oh, that was Baron. I'm sorry. I'll put you back up there. Red flag. See, Sherry says red flag. She also said spelling errors. Oh, all those linguistic courses finally paid off. Yay! Linguistics. Linguistics is cool. I wish I would have taken linguistics. I know very little linguistics. All right. So I'm going to just stop with that nonsense. So that's what they're wanting you to get. And we'll go back to putting this on the stage. It took a linguistics class in college. You took one and you loved it. You know, if I could literally go to school for the rest of my life, like get paid to go to school and just keep on learning, I would. I absolutely love taking classes. I think every time I talk to my friend Debbie, and I may have told you guys this, I'm probably repeating myself, but she and I met each other in symbolic logic class, and we would sit on the phone. This is back in the day before cell phones and everything. And we'd work logic problems together for hours because we were determined to conquer all of that. But we're both like, yeah, I'd totally go and take more classes. I mean, it's like if I could, 'cause I love learning stuff, and I miss like the professors that I had and all of that. I loved all the philosophy courses I had. I loved all the theology courses I had. I loved the psych course. I mean, literally everything that I took, I just loved the learning so very much. Just like, okay, what am I going to learn now? And I like being in the classroom, taking the notes, because I would go home. This is what a nerd I am. I would take all copious notes in the classroom, and then I'd go and I'd work as a server at the restaurant. And then I'd go home and I would rewrite my notes, and then I would type them. What kind of neurotic person am I? And then before there was a test, I'd make up questions for myself. Like everything was an essay question. And I would like answer my questions over and over again. But guess what? I would ace every single test I had. You taught yourself Latin when you were 8. I took Latin. I took Latin. When did we start learning Latin? In 4th grade. Started learning French in 2nd grade. I remember amo, amas, amat, amamus, amantis, amant. Yay, that's the conjugation of I love in the present tense. And I can do a little bit of a table, mensam, mense, mensorum, and that's, other than that, I get lost. You did that with notes too, Baron? Oh my gosh, I love you. So I'm not the only like crazed person that would do that. But I mean, it worked. It helped me like, solidify stuff in my head. And I used to have, I kept all of my notes and all of my papers for years and years and years. As a matter of fact, Debbie still has all of my notes from symbolic logic. Let's see. Ohio State offers free classes for 60 plus, but you don't get any credit. So I could go to Ohio State and take free classes. Do I get to earn a degree or anything? But if I don't get credits, like then I guess I don't get, a degree, but I can just take whatever. Wow, Sherry, I totally need to talk to you about that. Like, not here, but like I would love to have a conversation about that. They don't count. Damn. But there's other things that I want to learn too. I mean, I just love to learn. Hence, I'm an instructional designer, and I'm in the world of helping people learn shit. All right. So that's what's on this particular one. Then the next one, we're going to continue, because otherwise I'm going to just, sit here and just babble about some stuff. And you can opt out of exams. See, I would want to take the exams. How about that? Is that weird? I'd want to take the exams. Because I like to see, like, look, I aced something. I find great satisfaction in that. Okay, so now we have how to translate text from the training site. And so there's a video about that. Hello there, DTI. How are you, my love? I hope you're doing very well. Yep, you're right. It's International Phonetics something. And who was it here that told us what that was? Because there's somebody here. Was it Baron? Who was it that told us? Yeah, it's Baron told us. Oh, you're the same. You were weird as a kid and you loved. So, okay. All right. So there's, here we are again, chronic pain people, and also people who love to learn and like love homework, I love writing papers. I love doing all of that stuff. To me is fun. the stress of like, oh my gosh, I want this to be so good. I have a deadline, and I'm not someone that waits until the last minute. That drives me nuts. I have to have everything done in advance so I can go back and I can polish it and I can make sure that it's as perfect as I can get it. And I don't know if any of you are like that. People who wait until the last minute stresses me out. That gives me so much anxiety when people are like, yeah, I just started mine last night and here it is. And like, you wrote it last night and today is the day that they had to turn it in. I mean, I'm like sitting there shaking and sweating and just like freaking out for them. My goodness. I am a walking babbling tower of babel. Oh my gosh, you want to go back for an engineering degree just for fun, or chemistry or material science? Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, there's just so many things I want to learn. And Joe loves to learn, but I didn't do well on tests. Okay, from dyslexia. And you know what? But that's the thing, Joe, is that when we were growing up, a lot of that stuff was not recognized, but now it is. Okay, so Beth, you're the same. No procrastinating for you. See, me too, because that gives me anxiety. I'm like, I freak out. I have to do it all in advance, well in advance, so that I can then go and like rewrite stuff and change things up and then find another source. I'm like, I'm the neurotic one, but you guys are obviously neurotic too. I found my people. What can I say? All right. So there's a video about that. And then next, you're going to love this part. So now we get to the importance of mindset. And there he is, our boy, Tony Robbins, right? Hey, Heather, how are you? Material science would be fascinating. Now, I'm not exactly sure what material science is because I have never seen that. So if somebody can tell me what that is, I would absolutely appreciate that. So now we're in what I would call the second module, but since this is not actually, created like training because there's no instructional objectives, there's not a terminal objective and enabling objectives or any of that, which drives me absolutely batshit crazy. It's all about the mindset. So you get a video for inspiration from Mr. Robbins, and I just can't stand him. And, in the world of MLM, people just worship him and they will go to his, workshops and all of that crap. Your father was a polymer chemist. Wow, Darren. We're watching a lot of videos here. Yeah, that's what they're doing. A lot of videos and not being told the purpose of why they're watching them and what to do with them. Oh, your dad was also a chemist, Beth? Wow. That is interesting. My husband's grandfather or great grandfather, great grandfather was someone who worked on the air conditioning system of the Astrodome, which I think is pretty cool. He like has all kinds of patents, and he's no longer with us, but did all kinds of amazing things. And I just like to think that he and my father were like friends and in the same room or something, because he was here when my dad's restaurant was like up and going and very popular. You've been watching the Ocean Gate hearings and all this stuff, stress about materials and strength. Wow. Your dad, okay, Beth says that my dad in the aluminum industry, he put aluminum on cars. Oh, wow. You have all of his patents in the closet. That is really cool. I think, see, and something else that I find very fascinating, and my husband and I both find this fascinating, and we have endless conversations about it at times, is copyright law. I mean, it's not like we are copyright attorneys or anything, but we'll be watching different things and we talk about copyright law. Hence, I'm not violating copyright by showing stuff because I've changed it all up. And all of this is transformative as well, because we're sitting here having conversations too. So there's that. So after watching Mr. Robbins, then you just cruise on over and, oh, look, you get to start with your why with Simon Sinek. So both of these were, in the first training that when I covered it. They kept this, didn't want to, I guess it was just so good. They didn't want to let go of it, thought it was like, this is on the money. So the 3 paragraphs of text say this: clarity of purpose. It makes it easier for you to reach your target market. It also makes it easier for you to create content that others will click on. If you become clear on your why and own it, then people will find it easier to get to know you, to get to know, like, and trust you, and ultimately buy in. Keep this in mind as you move to the next step and begin creating content for your page and ultimately your own personal brand. Oh, she had epilepsy and had a lot to do with that research. Oh my gosh. That is so interesting. Oh my gosh. It had a lot to do with, okay, and I saw something about neuroscience. That is so fascinating. Wow. Oh my gosh. So your mom so you understand me with my cervical dystonia and the relationship with Parkinson's and all of that. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. Whoop, whoop. Martina, how are you doing, my love? You caught the live? Yes. So glad to see you here. All right. So now we go to this next part. Are you guys ready? It is so absolutely exciting. It is. Let me see that. Let me change it over here so I can read it. The business owner's journey. Being part of something incredible. Now, I'm sorry, you probably cannot read the red text very well. Didn't come out very crisp. I apologize about that. But it says a buyer is a lead who has paid the $149 and becomes part of the dream team. So now all you are after you bought this course is a lead. I find it weird that you're a buyer and also a lead. So to me, it sounds like the person who bought this is a lead. And to me, I feel like that's really just dehumanizing you, The journey of the buyer, and I did put updated graphics. Join a team of online business owners who are independent contractors and shill Enagic and their Hunbots and create a prosperous future, actually, who will be spending a lot of money on ads and probably will never actually make a dime. It's more like that. And then the next one, let me go ahead and change it over here. So we get phase 1. Aren't you guys glad to know that there's different phases? Awareness. 1, social media. Potential team member. Okay, but I thought you already were the member because, okay, what? Because you bought it. Oh, okay. No, okay. So this must be before you bought it. Okay. So then you're a potential team member. You're not a team member when you just, like are kind of scrolling around on social media. I guess that's what you mean. Sees an ad or visits social media page. Well, or are you visiting a page? Does it have to be a page, or could you be watching a video and something pop up? I mean, I'm a little confused here. I think that could be worded better, Action. Clicks to find out more, interacts with ad or business page. Well, I mean, you're not really showing me what this looks like and how it functions. So, okay. 2, landing page. Potential team member visits the landing page, which I showed you earlier what some of those things are, how lovely. Notice the sarcasm in that. They visit those. Action opts in with name and email, or says fuck this and is like, this is janky as fuck, and leaves. They forgot that part, you know, that because that is an option, is to say, screw it, I don't want to have anything to do with this. But then you go on, if you're like, yeah, here's my name and email, here you go. Phase 2, email funnel. Potential team member receives 80 emails over 45 days with information and webinar reminders. 80 emails. 80. Okay, I'm losing my shit right now. 80 emails. That would piss me off beyond pissing me off. I'd be like, fuck this. Stop sending me all these damn emails. Action. Opens and reads emails. May respond to make an inquiry, or say screw it and just block it and send everything to trash or delete it. I mean, seriously, 80 emails. Joe says, robots paid on passives Al to do it. Heather says, this seems a little ashmax. Did someone say that already? And Jelly is like, yeah, 80 emails, right? And Joe's like, I'd change my email address. And Queen's all, that's excessive and breaks the laws here, by the way. There you go. There you go. But, you know, hey, that's what they're doing. So let's just presume for some bizarre reason, one of these 80 emails, somebody like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to open up this sucker and see. Oh, now I'm excited because there's a free webinar. I can't wait to attend this. So then I go to number 4, free webinar. Potential team member receives access to webinar with personal link. Action. Attends the webinar live or watches a replay, and also notes that the webinar itself is not fully live because there's, you know, this recorded part of Agape that keeps on popping up. Or maybe there's another one. Maybe there's other parts that are, you know, recorded. But, you know, I'm just referring to the Agape part since we've seen that together here on this channel. All right, next. Jelly is like, let me guess, it's a webinar telling you that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. I love you, Jelly. I love you. Yeah, pretty much. So now we get to the next phase of this. Phase 3, evaluation. Purchase $149 for this course. You're like, yeah, I'm going to become a business owner by paying $149. I'm going to learn all I need to know about being a business owner online. This is it. This is the ticket. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to teach me all I need to know. Woo! Another woo. Potential team member decides to learn more about the system and products with a 30-day guarantee. Action. That is, unless you take the coaching call, because when you take the coaching call, then you can't get your money back. Coaching package for and watches video series. Phase 4, decision. 6, strategy call. Potential team member speaks with coach to learn about business strategy and best startup. Okay, the best startup is, okay, but we were told earlier in this course, when you buy it, now I mean, Enagic was already introduced. So this is all very confusing to me. It's like way back at the very beginning of all of this, Enagic was mentioned. Where was it? Where was it? I mean, it was like at the beginning. And this is supposed to be training. What in the actual is going on? Because we saw that there were links to Enagic send out cards and Positive Shift Academy. And then we're told that we're in a community about this stuff. We get all that stuff about the unsubscribing and all of that I read to you guys. But this is bothering me. And then we're told about, the business page. Oh, this is it. So then when we get to the training site overview, there's Enagic information. And you're told about the tab. This tab is available to you prior to the remainder of the training being unlocked. So you can do your due diligence and look thoroughly into Kangen water and how it can benefit you and your family. Did I read that part to you guys, the training site overview? I don't know if I did. I'll tell you what it says right now. We do need a parody of MLMs. Okay, let me read this to you because I don't remember if I've read it to you. And if I did, we're just rereading it because I'm finding this very disjointed that we get this in the training site overview. And then we're getting this other stuff about how this shit is going on. This is the first section of the training site to be open. Please review all tabs. We open this part of the training first. Okay, so they're calling this training. I would not call any of this training. Again, there's not a terminal objectives. There's no enabling objectives. There's no assessment. There's nothing like that. This is not training to me. We open the first of the we open this part of the training first so you can start creating your business page and getting content on it prior to moving on to the next step. You need at least 1 week worth of content on your business page before moving ahead, and that is why it is good to start this process while you wait for your distributor ID. The rest of your training will be unlocked when you receive your distributor ID from Enagic. It is your mentor's responsibility to have the training unlocked once your distributor ID is received. You will get an email with the request to have the remainder of the training site unlocked. You'll also get an email after confirming that it has been unlocked. Enagic information. This tab is available to you prior to the remainder of the training being unlocked, so you can do your due diligence and look thoroughly into Kangen water and how it can benefit you and your family. But you know what they don't do? They don't tell you, you know what? You should go and do your own research and look at what critics are saying. Because they're not going to do that, right? Why would they do that? So you're told about Enagic earlier, but here we are over here with all of this part about how you're becoming a new business owner. So, I mean, I'm finding this just disjointed as fuck. Am I the only one that's finding this disjointed to look at this journey of the buyer thing? Is it just me that thinks that this is disjointed? I find it very odd. So apparently this is what you all went through, or this is what you're in the process of going through if you take the strategy call. But then the next part is, and now you're a new business owner and team member. But I thought as soon as you bought the $149 course, you were part of the dream team, which would mean you're a team member. It's not easy to follow. Okay, see that, and that's why we need instructional objectives and enabling objectives so that we can align our content to our objectives and know what the fuck we're doing and why we're doing it. Just saying. All right. So then we get into the journey of the distributor. And I'll tell you, I apologize. This red text is also, it looks funky for you guys. I'm sorry about that. It looked fine when I was doing shit. But when I popped this in Canva, because I did all of these things like in PowerPoint, and then I popped it in Canva so I could also add more like little things like the little eyeballs over here. I popped that on. So then some other stuff got a little bit weird looking. So I apologize for that. But you know what? That makes it, no, never mind, because I'm going to read to you what it says. A distributor is a buyer. Because remember, the buyer was what? What the fuck? What is, let me go look at what the buyer was. Because I mean, I think this is all very confusing. Okay, so the journey of the buyer. A buyer is a lead who paid the $149 and becomes part of the dream team. Okay, I'm going to put both of these things in the chat because I'm trying to make heads and tails out of it. And, you know, if I'm trying to make heads and tails out of it, that means you guys probably are too. So here we go. We have that. And then we're going to get to the next for the journey of distributor. Okay, so you guys can refer to that. That's in the chat. So you can see both of them together. A buyer is a lead who is paid the $149 and becomes part of the dream team. A dream team is that buyer who's a lead who has purchased an Enagic product and has an Enagic ID. Yeah, thank you, Jelly. And yes, this is not easy to follow. This is not at all. And Joe says, it's weird before you did anything, so don't worry about it. Those aren't happy eyes. No, they're not. These are annoyed eyes, which I thought was, you know, fitting. The focus is to attract people to the business through social media. And I really find it funny. And I think, you know, Beth, that you had laughed at it, this whole thing of 1 week's worth of content. And somehow people are supposed to get to know you from 1 week's worth of content, you know? Auto ship on tea, would that count? Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a product to get their tea, which I'm sure their tea is better than any other tea in the fucking world. And, you know, did you guys pick up on, again, the sarcasm there? Okay, so then go to the next slide. So now on this journey of the distributor, one, become an Enagic distributor. So the buyer starts an Enagic business by investing in tangible products. And what they're wanting them to do is get the trifecta, which the trifecta is roughly around 10K. Right, the out they do mushroom coffee and tea, magic mushrooms. Oh, that's creepy too. Action. Complete the paperwork to purchase products. Notice the S. I mean, they're really wanting to get the trifecta. That's the whole thing, because that's around 10K. From Enagic and receive a distributor ID, because you only can get Enagic products from another distributor. So that coach that you took that coaching call from, and you're like, yeah, I want to buy something. You're buying it from them so they get credit for it. 2, the systems. As a distributor, you have access to many business tools, actions, unlock training site, and admin system. Okay, but you bought the training. So is there additional training outside of what you bought that's unlocked? Because that's not clear. I'm confused. This lacks clarity. Join your coaches' groups. because that's now, like as Beth said, your upline. And what if that person is a crappy upline person? I mean, at least like when I joined Beachbody, there's people to choose from. Granted, the first person that I chose like was a neighbor of mine. And then she was under like, the top hun of all of them when she dropped out. So, I mean, I didn't really have a choice. But there were plenty of people that would watch various Beachbody coaches, which what are they called now? Like iBody or some crap like that. And people will watch various coaches before they decide to like join, and they'll join up under someone that for whichever reason they decide they like that person until then they actually join, and then they find out, what a creep that person actually is. But I digress. Exactly. They hide a lot and make it super convoluted. Yep. So you join the coaches group. So now the coach has groups. So, I mean, why do you need to have a bazillion groups? Why would your coach have multiple groups? What type of groups are these? Why aren't you telling me here? Enter Dream Team Communications app. So now you have to have an app that's going to probably be going off all the live long to bug the fuck out of you. That sounds like a lot of fun. I just can't wait for that to be happening. All right. Next, stay connected. Remember, be plugged in with On Passive. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't On Passive. Use the resources to learn and grow. Now, why do I think whatever these resources are, they're going to be surface level? And you're going to think that you're getting, quote, value from it. But it's really, again, it's just so surface that it's just like stuff that you could just find anywhere on your own. Actions: follow the training, watch weekly masterminds, work with mentor and coach. So is your coach your mentor? Do you have a mentor and a coach? How do you get a mentor if that's a different person? So is your upline your coach that you signed up underneath? Who are these people? Hey, Rob, how are you doing? Be active in the dream team. Congratulate others on their success. Well, how do you know they're being successful? Like if they join, they arrive, and you're just like, congratulations on being part of the dream team. Yay. Is that what you're doing? If someone says, oh, somebody reached out to me, yay. So it's all this like bullshit recognition crap so that you're pumped up and you think that it means something. Is that what you're doing? Because that's what it sounds like. Number 4, attract leads. Because the lead was what the buyer was the lead. So are you wanting buyers and leads or a lead? I mean, I think I need a dictionary, or a glossary or something of like what the hell it is that all of these words mean according to, you guys. Use attraction marketing, which you don't define what that is here. You're expecting people just to know what it is, I guess, to create interest in your online business, which is not an online business. RUR, again, is just a hun shilling the same thing that thousands of other people are shilling. Actions: build and maintain online presence with various platforms. Use social media to engage potential viewers, to register on personalized website. So bug the fuck out of people to register and come and watch that free webinar. And you are just crossing your fingers that they'll be like, yeah, I want to buy this course. And you're like, yes. So that's pretty much what I'm getting out of this. Feels very janky to me. All right. Oh, this is fabulous. So then You get to build a team. Huh. Doesn't Enagic say it's not an MLM? It sure walks, talks, acts, smells, everything about an MLM, but denies that it is one, and also is a member of the DSA, the Direct Selling Association. Leads become buyers. Buyers become distributors. Distributors become a team. I thought when you bought the course, you were part of the dream team, right? Actions. Be an active mentor. Okay, well, how are you a mentor? What do you do as a mentor? Where's the information on that? Share knowledge, skills, and experience with your team. What kind of knowledge, skills, and experience with your team? What are some examples? Help prepare mentees to be mentors. How do you do that? Be on a webinar panel. Oh, so basically when somebody, like, I guess your ad people are responding to it, then that's when you can be on panel so it looks like you're popular and that lots of people are joining you. Is that what we're doing? 6, become a coach. A coach has considerable experience and results in the business. Do they? Do they really? Do they really? Huh. Their webinar, I consider a seminar because that's all they're doing is they're just selling you on, buying this course that has this content, which to me is, again, surface and doesn't really provide any value to anyone, especially when you go through it in isolation, when this is a self-paced type thing. And there's so many questions that, I have, and that, other people probably, if they go through this, they may have too, but there's no one to ask a question to. So do you just write down all your questions and then finish it and then send that to your whoever you signed up under and say, like, I have questions, here's all my questions? Or does that person work with you and tell you, like, go through this part on this day? If you have questions or whatever questions you have, jot those down, and we are going to meet at this day on this time, and let's discuss them, and let's go over what that part of the training was about to see what you understood, and let me see if I can fill in any gaps. Because this is not training. Again, this is an information dump. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so become a coach. A coach has considerable experience and results in the business, which I really don't think they have that much of anything. Actions, accreditation through training. Okay, accreditation. You're getting accredited training? I don't think so. Pass coach's exam. So you actually have an assessment to be a coach. So I'm confused about that. How long is that exam? Who prepared it? How is it accredited? By whom? Provide support and leadership to your team. How? Based on what? Access 2 more income streams with coaching calls and PSA. So those other income streams, I'm guessing, are going to be send out cards. And what was that other one? The crap. Let me go over here. Let me go look at what the fuck is it called? Because I never can remember what that thing is called. Positive Shift Academy. Start living the life you deserve. Oh boy. So from all of this, I actually get to finally have the life I deserve, according to whom? Oh, Joe, I love you. By Mike and Darwood, of course. Exactly. Exactly. They decide, boom, this is accredited because we say so. That's what I'm guessing, because they don't certainly don't tell you here, do they? All right, so what's next? Oh, now you get the coach's journey. How exciting. All right, let me read to you what it says in the red. And again, I apologize that it is hard for you to read. A coach is an experienced distributor who has reached the rank of 5A, which I will show you ranking later because I have an image for that, and had an active funnel for at least 6 months, who leads their team, does coaching calls, and is actively engaged in the dream team. So they live their life around the dream team. They live their life around taking coaching calls. They live their life involved in all of this. Becoming a coach is optional. However, it does generate an additional source of income and can boost business results. So, how does it generate an additional source of income? Or do you not tell anyone? Well, we're going to look at the requirements. So here we go. Got to be 5A. Meet requirements. Business owner's sale funnel must be active for a minimum of 6 months. Business owner must hold a rank of at least 5A as an Enagic distributor. 2, submit application. So you apply to be a coach. Apply to access the coach training. Oh boy, I hope that coach training is as marvelous as this training. Actions: prepare team tracker, complete application, and submit to coach's review committee. And lastly, the training is unlocked if you meet all of the requirements. Boy, lucky you. If you meet all those requirements, you too can be a coach. And then what do you do next? You get to learn. New coaching with confidence. Oh, gag. Is it just me, or does that just sound like, I mean, did you vomit a little bit in your mouth? Because I know I did. That's just like a little bit. Ugh, ugh, ugh. New coaching with confidence training program is unlocked. Woo! This will prepare you for all aspects of leadership and coaching. Actions: study each section carefully. Complete the quizzes. I wonder, are there instructional objectives? Is the content aligned to those objectives? Are the questions aligned to the objectives and the content? Is everything aligned? I'm just wondering. And guys, I can't help it. I absolutely can't help it. As an instructional designer, these are questions that I always have when I look at any training. And I always find issues with training because people just don't intuitively know how to put this stuff together. And there's so much like training that's online that doesn't follow any kind of instructional principles whatsoever. But, just anybody can put it out there, even though they don't know any, models or theories or anything. And that's like, oh, look. Actions: study each section. Did I read that? Oh, no, I didn't. Study each section carefully, complete the quizzes, prepare a recorded mock coaching call with mentor. Sherry says, I've always enjoyed writing procedural manuals and things like competency tests. I do too. I enjoy writing instructional objectives. I enjoy writing job aids and making sure that they make sense and that nothing is left out. And I find things when I read other people's, I'm like, okay, you're leaving, there's a step that's left out. This word should go here. The action should go first. I mean, I'm very critical of others, just I can't help myself. Then 4, the evaluation. A successful assessment results in accreditation with the status and responsibility of a dream team coach. Actions. Submit sample trifecta. See, here we go. This is what they push. The trifecta. Paperwork. Submit mock coaching call video. Wait for confirmation from a committee representative. Well, who's on this committee? A committee of what? I don't understand. What does this trifecta paperwork look like? What does it include? What does this mock coaching call include? Oh my gosh. Jelly says the dream team is watching the stream and taking notes. Well, they should. They would actually be able to improve some shit. Just like how, Ash has addressed things after, we've gone through stuff and said well, what about this? What about that? And they address it. Best oh my, everyone wants the status of a dream team coach. Oh my gosh. It's like the dissertation committee in graduate school. It could not possibly be that. I mean, there is no way that there could be a committee like that. I think they're trying to make it be fancy like that, but that doesn't make any kind of fucking sense, because the rest of it doesn't back that up, At least I don't think so. All right, next. All right, the coach setup. Tools and systems for the coach. Actions. Create your coaching funnel. Oh my, now you get a funnel for being a coach. Moderate Dream Team Facebook group. Review the coach's training tab. Attend new coach Zooms. Attend mandatory monthly coach masterminds. So basically, you're just getting neck deep more into Dream Team stuff. Follow the coach's chat and buyer's announcement chat. 6, check in. A one-on-one new coach review is scheduled after 3 months. Actions. Prepare any questions you have. Anticipate discussion around standard coaching procedures. Watch communication platform daily for scheduled review notice. Become the coach your team deserves. Funnel cakes. Funnel cakes. I love that. Oh my gosh. You log into the coaching evaluation and it's the 3 amigos. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That would be scary. Run away. Run away. Run away. All right. And now we get to the next session. We're only in the 4th section of all of this nonsense of this course that you've paid $149 for, which this part is updated. Goodness sakes. You don't think you could outrun them? I don't think I could either. I think I'd just be laughing though. So this video is basically, hey, clean up your profile. You need to have a neutral light. You need to be neutral. You need to have the light to like when you're filming yourself, and you need to be able to attract the most people possible. Remove anything from your profile that's controversial. Those are the tips that you're given. Woo! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't flip this for you guys, for you to see it. Now you get to see it. So this is where we are. Prepare your Facebook meta profile for business. And notice I have it. It's updated. They updated this. Whoa, yay. They updated it. All right. And it continues. Creating your Facebook meta business page. Woo! Again, I can't help myself. All right. And underneath this, it says, All videos on this training site were made using Google Chrome browser. Download Google Chrome by clicking the Chrome logo on the left, which, as you can see in the center, is the Google Chrome logo. Then there is this yellow box with the following text. Note, it's important to do these steps on a laptop or desktop computer. Do not use a mobile device. The view will be different and some of the features are not accessible on a mobile device. The following training videos may appear different on your computer or laptop depending on your location, whether you are using a PC or a Mac, and which operating system your computer laptop is using, i.e. Windows 10, 8, etc. When creating your new business page, you may see a follow button instead of likes. These terms are interchangeable depending on the version of Facebook you are using. If you currently own a Facebook business page, or if your personal profile is an admin of any other Facebook business profile, please read the special instructions at the bottom of the page titled, "Do you have or are you connected to a pre-existing page?" Woo! All right. So next, we have this about, are you already connected to a Facebook business page? So there's a video that says, already have a business page. These are things to consider. One, if you have a pre-existing Facebook business page, it is critical to understand the connection and potential implications of creating a new page for a separate business model. Every business owner intends to maintain compliance and wants to create a positive user experience. It is possible, however, to unintentionally violate Facebook policy. Sherry. So no topless headshots. Yeah, I would say, yeah, probably not. And so you're out. You're out. Oh, I love you. I love you. And all you have is an iPhone. Yeah, I've got that too. I do have a camera though. It's in the other room. Do have that. All right, next up. Why do you need a business page? There's 3 paragraphs and 4 bullets. Why do you need a business page? 1, you need it to run ads from. Also, just as importantly, it will be where your warm market can learn about what you do. And then they don't define what a warm market is. What the warm market is, the people that you already know, that you're already friends with, and blah, blah, blah. Number 2, the beauty of an automated sales system such as ours is that it allows people to move through the process at their own pace. However, that means that you'll have people who take longer than others. You want to make sure you don't lose people. 3, your page allows you to speak directly to your followers, to allow people to get to know you, trust you, and like you. Don't fill your page full of marketing garbage like motivational quotes. Use these sparingly. Sprinkle them in with other things like the following: images of you and how you spend your day, celebrate, etc. Go lives about your business. Interesting articles about online business that you share on your page. Interesting content, photos, videos about your passions and hobbies. So that's what you're told to do. Doesn't that sound just like so much fun, and like it's just going to be like you're going to blow up at any moment now? And by blow up at any moment now, I mean like you won't. And so now the next thing we have, we're on Canva. And there's a note. Hey, Takara, how are you, sweet love? Thank you so much for the pink hands waving. You know I love those. Jelly's like, but I don't wanna. Note your Facebook cover photo size might be either 820 by 312 or 2050 by 780. Both work, which I would say you probably need to Google like what the size is currently, because whatever is here may be out of date. Yeah, they're saying use Canva. You can also use PicMonkey, or I mean, there's also Adobe, products that if somebody has those Adobe products, which I don't remember what it's called, but you could, if you have the Adobe suite, you could use that. But, use Canva. And if you don't have the paid version, it will be the limiting in terms of what you can do, what you can create. Now, something that you could do, but you would have to futz with a lot, is create something using a blank slide in PowerPoint and create something there too. But again, you would have to figure out the sizes and how to do that. But if you don't want to spend money on Canva or anything, you could probably figure out a way to do that. And there's probably also some other free online tools that I don't remember what they are. And once upon a time, I knew what they were, but don't now. Joe's like, remember, I'm a tech idiot, so I won't. Joe, you do just fine, my love. So then there's step 2. So it was all about, step 1 was create your business page. Step 2, got to move you, Joe. I'm sorry. So next, get creative with your business name. And there's a little video on that. And the video doesn't really tell you much of anything. It's really, again, surface. You could get more information if you look that shit up just, on Google and read an article or found it on YouTube than going through this. Most everything, you could find better information on YouTube than you do in paying $149 for this course. And then next, create your Facebook Meta business page. Again, you don't need to buy this to be able to, figure this stuff out. You're pretty much just wasting $149 so that you can, become an Enagic distributor, in my opinion. Because then you think, well, I'm really going to be making it now. Enagic all the way. And oh, wow, there's other opportunities. I can shill other things too. I can have multiple income streams. Look at me go. It's all BS, in my opinion. All right, so then there's another video on that. Big wowzy wow. And then after that, next. Okay, then there's the Meta 2-factor authentication. You learn that. Boom. It's a very short video. So terribly exciting. And then you get to the next session, which is manage your business page on a mobile device. And there's a little paragraph at the top, and then there's a paragraph with 4 bullets. So at the top, it says, manage your business page on mobile. On both Android and iOS mobile platforms, there is an app that allows you to manage your business page from your mobile device. Just search for the app Meta Business Suite with the logo below. Then below that, with the 1 paragraph, 4 bullets, your birthday and your pet's names. Oh my gosh. Joe says, I'm having fun trying to make a commercial for giant ass adult diapers. That's great. With Meta Business Suite, you can access and manage the tools your business needs to thrive across Facebook and Instagram together, simplified and in one place. Use this app to create, schedule, manage posts from a single app so you can share with more people at once. Woo! View all messages, comments, and activity that need your attention so you can easily respond to customers. See what's working with insights about your audience. but you're not going to show them what that looks like. Great idea. Just tell them, just tell them. Don't show them anything. Lovely. So you know how you're doing on both Facebook and Instagram, because who would want to show anybody what the analytics look like and what they mean? So anybody who is actually doing this, go to YouTube and look that shit up. You'll find more information there. Stay focused on what matters with notifications about important activity. And so then you'll see over here, this is just, hey, whatever the app is. So there's a title with text, scheduling posts using the Business Suite app. The planner tool within the Business Suite app allows you to view upcoming content and schedule new posts easily from any smart device. Woo! I really can't help myself with that. And I know I'm probably annoying people, but sorry, not really. What can I say? All right, so this is then the end of their fabulous training, but it's not the end of what I have for you guys. So there is like a little video, and there's a meme that has game on with a baby and let's do it. With this, like, pumping its fist or something. So it's like, we've concluded this. Boom. Now, there are a bunch of, and I just have a few, and some of these no longer exist. But just because these names no longer exist doesn't mean that they just went away. Some of them have morphed into other things, which I will be looking into because I'm very fascinated by that. But there's a lot of other fronts, such as, having a course like this. There's other groups besides Darren and Mike who do this. And here are some. The ACE Initiative, which I did a video on. Global Affiliate Zone, which, if I remember correctly, Darren and Mike came from the Global Affiliate Zone. The CEO Movement, which is Community of Entrepreneurs Online. DPM, which I don't remember what that stands for. Build Your Own Empire, the Freedom Era. There was also the Breakaway Movement, which doesn't exist anymore. That's been morphed into something else. Again, which I will look into that because I'm fascinated how things change and who's connected to what, where, and why. Those details, those grimy little details, fascinate me. Because I think they're important because you see the movement of people. Because, once you're found out from one thing and that thing has been outed, now you've got to change to something else that hasn't been outed. But then somebody's going to out it, and then you're stuck doing it all over again, rather than just sticking with what you did and saying, oh, this is perfectly fine. You have to keep on reinventing yourself. But there's many, many, many that do this, that have a front, that all paths lead to Enagic. And to me, all of them are equally janky, equally problematic, and I think disgusting. Because people think they're going to actually get, like they're going to be able to create their very own business. And maybe that person is a knitter. They've been making sweaters and they want to put their sweaters out there, but they don't know how to do any of that, only to then become an Enagic Hun. Oh my gosh, right? Thank you, Baron. What? No work from anywhere, Boss Bros? Oh, I'm sure that's there. I'm sure that's there, my love. All right, so next, I just wanted to make sure that, you saw these, and we're going to check out each one because each of these is a link to Darren and Mike's, their little affiliate link. So I figured you guys would want to see what those look like, but we're not going to look like at, fully at everything. So this one, the Enagic one goes to, there's all about the Kangen water. So you can, go all over the place and look there. And then if you get anything, it goes into their pockets. They get credit for it. Woo! And this is what I wanted to show you. So they're wanting people to be at the 5A, which I don't remember how this stupid 8-point commission system works. But this is where you need to be in order for you to be a coach. And if you guys want me to sometime, I will reacquaint myself with this commission structure. It's confusing, as is any MLM, in terms of how people are paid out. I mean, think about on passive right now and what has been talked about, but yet what is not documented, and how it keeps changing, and how nobody has an idea of what's going on. They're all designed to be confusing. It's intentional. It's not like, oh, we'll fix that. We're so sorry. We didn't realize that was confusing. Oh, no, no, no. They know. They absolutely know it's confusing, and they want it that way. So next, this is their send out card. So you can either join as a customer, which is free, or you can pay to be an affiliate, which is $14 a month. And I'm just kind of pointing out what is the difference. It's like, okay, you get these business building tools, and your referrals are tracked. The cards are the same. You earn credits, which can be used to make product purchases. You earn commissions. The credits are added to your account. Daily and monthly commissions pay out if you actually make sales. Free customer referral website, free affiliate referral website. So there you go with that. Woo! And then there's the monthly membership. Standard gratitude plans. The monthly membership is $17 a month. The monthly membership plus, which includes 15 delivered cards, is $37 a month. And then it points out like the other things that it includes. And then you have the full system, which includes access to full contact management, ability to schedule card sending, custom branding on back panel, ability to resend a card, photo storage, access to basic campaigns, and access to multiple touch drip campaigns. Doesn't that sound like it is totally worth it? And again, that's why I put, wow, look, aren't we fancy? And then there are this low cost trial option. The 3-card sampler, $5. Basic account, pay as you go. And next, I think I left something out, but it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I did leave out one thing, which is the card count plan, which is a standard card pack of 50 delivered cards, which is $145 of a single purchase. I mean, big woo. And then this is the Positive Shift Academy. This is not what Tim Begley looks like. I found another picture and just plopped it there. And then there's a video by Timmy Boy that's directed just to the Dream Team. Because as you can see, the Positive Shift Academy affiliate program, a Dream Team exclusive. So, that's what you get. Isn't that exciting? And something that I think is really, oh, is this not in here? Did I not include the Compassion Project? I didn't. Okay. Let me show you what this looks like. I will show it over here. Okay, let me stop sharing that. And then share. Okay, the Compassion Project, a Dream Team initiative. Right, together we go farther. A Dream Team initiative to coordinate member efforts so we so as to have a powerful positive impact on the lives of our members. For those that need a reminder of how special they are, we are here. For those that need a reminder that they are loved, we are here. For those that have a milestone to celebrate, we are here. This project is led by our chief of compassion. That was just a mouthful of this person, which I changed the person's image. So this is not the person that they have on their training. If you would like to be part of this project, please reach out to this other person, which I covered their names. And then I was going to see, so we had that, which I had in the other thing. But this was the something else that I had missed, is that the card count plan that I was telling you about. So that is their updated course. What do you guys think? Are you down for it? Is it worth $149? If I had to say anything, I'd say no. You can get most all of this information elsewhere. You do not need to spend $149 to learn any of this. But there are plenty of people who have, because of these ads, and then they are just sucked in, and many people end up losing money because, getting people to get that trifecta, pretty damn expensive. Anyway, that's what I had to share with you guys tonight. I hope you, learned something about the Brobots and what they offer and how they offer it up through this course, which again is a front. The free webinar is a front for selling them, because it's a seminar. And this quote course, which is not really a course, it is just an information dump, is a front to get people to become an Enagic Hun, and then also a Hun for send out cards, and then also to be an affiliate of Positive Shift Academy. I want to thank everybody who has been here and has been in the chat. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate anybody who was in the catch-up crew. A whoop whoop for you and a whoop whoop for the replay crew. I appreciate all of you. And Chalupa and Salsa say that they appreciate you as well. Don't forget, you're beautiful and I love you. Until next time, have a great one, everyone. Good night, all.